What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing them the bacon. MLB DFS video for Friday. It is Friday the 13th. Hopefully, it's a scary good time. I know it was a terrible pun. For us to play some DFS. So what we're going to do is, if you're new to the channel, we are going to break the games down. We're going to do the main slate. The early slate's 4 games. We're still waiting on some pitchers. We're going to do the main slate. It's what we've kind of done lately, and you guys have really liked it. We're going to try to go the normal way, break down all the games, all the pitchers, all the batters. Let me know if you guys like it this way. But that being said, it is a Friday. We're still having giveaways every single video. Ways to win. 2 ways to win. Like the video, be a subscriber, and leave a comment on the video. If the video gets at least 50 likes, you have a chance at a free week of FTA+. If the video gets 100 likes, a chance at a free month. 150 likes, a chance at a $200 free year. 200 or more likes on the video, a chance at a lifetime pass. Second way to win, somewhere in this video, I will say a keyword. Listen for that keyword, type it in there, have a chance to win a weekly pass as well. Now, you could win both of them. It has happened. The more people that comment, the more people that show up to the video, the better the odds are. But that being said, we are still have a few coupon codes or spots left. If you guys are interested, first come, first serve. Email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. That's dfshelp, the number 1 @gmail.com. If you are interested in getting a $200 yearly pass for $50 right now, few coupons left, email us and we will get your spot. So it's first come, first serve. Once those 10 spots are up, that is it. So what we're going to do is we are going to go over we're going to have 2 winners here. So our last video from Wednesday had 70 likes on it, 500 views. So we are going to roll it. Whoever this is will win a free week of FTA Plus right here. The Real Spill. Now seems like a new name. This seems like a new name here. So I think it's a new subscriber, or at least a new person that saw the video the other day. So if this is you seeing it, hit the like button and email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com, and say you are the 913 daily winner, and we will get you set up. All I will need, if you don't already have an account on the website, I'll need a username and an email that you would like, and we will get you set up for your free week. Now, the keyword for the video was some sort of factor, because we had factor meals. So he did have the word factor in there, but we're still going to re-roll it. And this comment has a chance to win yet again. So this will be for a free week as well. So the winner is, well, it's not outlier. It's not LG, because the keyword was not outlier. But thanks for the support, LG. I know you're here every single day. And Cujo Blue, thank you for the support. The keyword was not there. Let's go. Stephen John, Guetude. I don't remember how to say it. I apologize. Stephen, email me with the subject being 913 keyword winner, and let me know if you do have an account on the site, which I do believe you do. If you do not, I will need a username and email to set you up. So what we're going to do is, towards the end of this video, I'm going to give you the 5 pitchers that have the best chances at strikeouts. Now, these are pitches be crazy. That's the segment we call it. They are the 5 pitchers that are going up against the teams that strike out the most. And at the end, we are going to give you all of the batters that have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating through the early simulations that we've gone through. Now, there's not a ton right now, but they can and will update throughout. Also, do not forget, we have a ton of NFL content on the website. We had an awesome Thursday Night Football breakdown. Did not have James Cook for, 3 touchdowns in the first half, but he was there. We'll have a Sunday Night Football breakdown. We'll have a Monday Night Football breakdown. We're also going to have rankings video out, so I don't know if you've already seen this or not, but that video might be out or not. I don't know yet. So, that being said, let's jump into it. Let's take a gander at the main slate, 11-game main slate. So we are looking at 2 pitchers right now. 1 technically, but Boston at New York. We've got Clark Schmidt going up against Tanner Houck. Now, we look at this, and it's tentatively Tanner Houck, and we saw that at the beginning of the week, and it seems like it will be him. He's day-to-day, and he should be making his return here. You got Clark Schmidt making his second start since being out for 2.5 months. 4.2 innings against the Cubs. Only 2 strikeouts, so very low strikeout there. Boston does strike out the 3rd most out of any team, so that is a plus there. I don't know if he's going to be on some sort of pitch count. He did get up to 75 there. Just fell short of a win. Needed 1 more out to get the win. 11.5. So at his price, he does have a good matchup here. Again, I don't know if he's going to be on some sort of pitch count because he has been out for so long. On the flip side of that, Tanner Houck comes in. He's faced the Yankees twice this year, 9.1 innings, 7 runs, 4 of them earned, only 3 strikeouts. He has not done well. The Yankees do hit righties just a little bit better. Now, we are using outlier.bet, as you can see on this screen. They are our sponsor to the video. They are a sponsor to everything we have on the website, the videos, everything. And if you guys want, there's a link in the description down below. If you sign up using our link, go through a 7-day free trial, completely free. If you like what you see, sign up for their $20 package. If you use our link and you sign up for the first time, we're going to give you a free month of FTA Plus. Now, if you go through that, you sign up for their Pro package, which is $130 for a month, we're going to give you 3 months free of FTA Plus, which is a $90 value. So check them out, get a 7-day free trial, cancel at any time. But we're going to break it down because we absolutely love what we see, because we see the batter splits. We got stats. We got splits, right-handed, left-handed. We've got BVP. We've got everything we need. We've got insights. All of these insights for this game flood into our Discord. Now, the link to the Discord has been updated. It is down below once the insights start to come. Usually the insights start to kind of roll through midnight or 1, 2, or 2 a.m., I think it's Eastern time. And then throughout the day, if there's any insights, news, injuries, anything like that, they will start to flood through. So we will look at Boston bats. If you don't trust Clark Schmidt, because I don't know how deep he's going to go into this game, I get that. If you want to look at some of these Boston bats against him, like Devers has 2 home runs, but he's been struggling lately. You've got Tristan Casas has a home run as well, but he didn't really start yesterday, so I don't know if he just got the day off for Thursday or not. Then we've got against right-handed pitching this year. This is what I love. So if BVP is not your thing, you want to see the split. So, Rafaela, 263 batting average, 12 home runs. Wilyer Abreu has 14. Jarren Duran has 17. He's got that short porch in right field. Tyler O'Neill's been killing. He's got 15 home runs against right-handed pitching. So he's got 15 against lefty because he's got 30, I believe. Those would be the ones I'd look at. You could also look at possibly Connor Wong, but I like to use him more against lefties than righties. Then we got Yankees bats against Tanner Houck. Gleyber Torres has a home run, led the game off yesterday with a home run. Absolutely love what Gleyber's been doing leading off. He's the only one that has extra base hits. Judge still has got that home run derby curse. Now, he didn't do the home run derby for MLB. He was on Paw Patrol, which if you don't have kids, you don't know what I'm talking about, but a spinoff of Paw Patrol where they built him a stadium. He had 100 home runs in their home run derby. He has not hit a home run since that episode aired August 26th as of the making of this video. But he still hits righties well, as you can see. Still batting .323 with 36 of his 51 or 52 home runs against righties. Austin Wells has been absolutely killing it. He's in the running for Rookie of the Year, which would be great to see. You've got him. You've got Jazz. If he can get on and not gets picked off, I would look at him. Jason Dominguez has got to get it going, but he's still a little bit cheaper option there. Soto, obviously, is another option there, batting near 300 with 26 bombs. So, pitching-wise, maybe look at a little bit of Clark Schmidt because Boston does strike out a lot. But I'd probably rather just go the Yankee stack here or go Boston bats too if you don't think Schmidt's going to go deep into the game. St. Louis at Toronto is the next one. You've got Kevin Gausman versus Eric Fediwap. Now, these pitchers are not all confirmed yet. Again, we're, middle of September. Teams that are out, teams that are vying for other spots, they will have different areas where we're going to see maybe this pitcher, gets scratched. Maybe he's not there. Maybe it's a different person. So kind of pay attention. But as of the making of this video, this is who it is. So, that being said, Kevin Gausman has a couple of bad starts in a row. Had a good matchup against Atlanta. 63 earned runs, 5 Ks, but had 3 walks, which took his number down. He does go up against St. Louis. Pitching at home, he's been worse at home. For whatever reason, St. Louis has been able to hit lately. I'm probably fading him. Then you got Eric Fedde, 3.39 ERA, Game log, not a good start against Seattle, which was a plus matchup for him. He's already faced Toronto once this year, gave up 5 earned runs. I am fading the pitching in this one, and I am going strictly bats in this one. And I don't think I'm going to feel bad about that. Bats against him, like Goldie has a home run, Arenado has a home run against him. So those are 2 good options, not a ton of at-bats. But then against right-handed pitching this year, Evan Herrera, 304 batting average. Arenado's 281. Mason Wynn, 283 batting average. You've got Alec Burleson, 295. Brendan Donovan, 275 with double-digit home runs. Burleson has 18 home runs. Like, I am looking at a St. Louis stack here for sure. Toronto against Fedde, Dalton Varsho, got 2 home runs against him, so I would look at him. I would obviously look at Vladdy. I would look at Horowitz. I would take a look at a cheap option would be Will Wagner. George Springer, if he leads off, I don't mind him. If he's not leading off, I don't really like him as much. And if you need a fat, pudgy little catcher, Alejandro Kirk is not a bad option here in this matchup against Fedde. Next game, we got Tampa Bay at Cleveland. Tampa Bay's offense is trash this year. Zach Littell versus Tanner Bibby. Littell has already faced the Cleveland Guardians once, went 6 innings, only 1 earned run with 3 Ks, didn't really do much, didn't get the dub, didn't get the loss. I don't trust him. I would rather go with the Cleveland bats. Jose Ramirez, Steven Kwan, Josh Naylor. I'm looking at those guys right there. You got Jimenez you could look at. You could look at David Fry if he's in there. Bo Naylor. It just really depends on the lineup that comes out. I do not trust Littell. But Bibby, Tampa Bay strikes out 5th most out of any team. He has not faced them this year. Game logs didn't do bad against the Dodgers. Only went 5 innings. If he could go 6 innings in this game, I would love a 20-plus out of him there. So if I'm taking one, it's Bibby, and it's the Cleveland bats against Tampa Bay, and I don't want anyone from Tampa Bay, nor do I want Littell. Then we got the Dodgers at Atlanta, but there are some weather concerns, so let's kind of pay attention. We got Schwellenbach back at the helm here. I don't know why his price is so high. It's back-to-back games with less than 10 fantasy points. There's no reason his price should be over 9,000. I think it's a Dragon Ball Z reference. If there's any young people, right? I think it's something like that. I don't really know. But we look at that, and yeah. There's not much that I'm looking at. I'm not looking at him. I don't like his price, and he's going up against the Dodgers. Then you got Landon Knack coming in. Splits-wise, he has not faced Atlanta this year. We are looking at splits of home and away. They're both 3 ERA, so it doesn't really matter. And Atlanta does strike out. I think it's like 6th most out of every. Let me see real quick. They're a team that strikes out a lot too, for whatever reason this year. They strike out 7th most, or 8th most, I should say. So still, Atlanta's striking out 9.10 times per game. When they're at home, it's 9.07. So if Landon Knack could get 6 strikeouts, that would be a pretty good game for him, especially at 7,500. I would fade Schwellenbach. I would go bats in this one. So Dodgers bats, obviously Ohtani, Betts, Freeman. You're looking at those guys. You've also got Teoscar Hernandez who might be in there. Will Smith if he's in there. Like, there's a ton of great options there. Flip side, Atlanta bats. You're looking at Matt Olson. You're looking at Marcell Ozuna. You look at Kelenic. Orlando Arcia could be a cheaper option. It just really depends on the Atlanta team that they're going to have those big bats. But if we can find some value in this lineup, I don't mind them either. So I'm fading the pitching in this one. Maybe Landon Knack for tournaments if the weather holds up, but that is a big if. Oakland at White Sox, you got Garrett Crochet versus Basso. So looking at Brady Basso, game logs, 6 innings. He got recalled. He took the spot start there. 6 innings against Detroit, no earned runs, 6 Ks, 23.1. He was 4,000. He's 4,000 again, and he gets to go up against the White Sox. Even if he gives up some runs, but if he get 5 strikeouts, his price pays itself at 4,000. So I do not mind him at 4,000 whatsoever, but I don't trust him. And then Garrett Crochet has a great matchup against Oakland. Oakland strikes out 4th most out of any team. My problem is he's not going deep into games. 50 pitches is what we're looking at. He's 6,900. He has a matchup there. He has not faced Oakland this year, but we are expecting probably right around 50. He should probably never, the rest of the year probably never gets 5 innings unless he has immaculate innings and he has like really quick innings. But if he has the really quick innings, he's probably not getting the strikeouts. So that's the problem. Probably don't want to spend $6,900 for him because of how bad that is. So I'm probably fading Crochet here. He is in pitches be crazy, but the problem is 50 pitches is not enough. Not really looking at bats. Maybe Lawrence Butler, maybe Brent Rooker. That's probably it. Basso or Basso, if you know how to say his name, let me know. Let me know that. But that being said, I would look at him a little bit because of his price of being $4,000. Crochet's he's too expensive. He's probably not going to go deep into the game. He could, but I doubt he does. Cincy at Minnesota, you got Bailey Ober versus Julian Aguilar. Ober going up against Cincy. I like this matchup a little bit better because it's not in Cincinnati. He has not faced them this year. 3.77 ERA, coming off back-to-back really good starts. One against Kansas City, which is a fantastic team. He's had 15 strikeouts his last 2 starts. Cincy, though, it just really depends. So we can look at how Cincy does against right-handed pitching because I'm not 100% sure yet. But we'll take a look. And then on the flip side of that, this will be his 90 pitches last start, 4.2 innings, not a lot. No earned runs, but only 2 strikeouts. Probably not paying up for him. Probably just taking the bats in this one. So if I were to take the Reds bats against Ober, no one has a home run, but against right-handed pitching, you got Ty France batting 245. You've got Ellie De La Cruz, 17 home runs, 279, can get on base, steal some bases. He makes sense. Tyler Stevenson batting 260 with double-digit home runs. Those are the main ones. You got Will Benson with 13 home runs, but only batting 199. You've got Spencer Steer batting 233, but has 16 home runs. So a Cincy stack makes a little sense here too. Minnesota, never faced him before against right-handed pitching. I'd look at Julian. I would look at Jose Miranda batting 327. Trevor Larnach with 15 bombs. Matt Wallner with 12 if I were to stack here. Ryan Jeffers with 12 home runs as well. I don't mind stacks on either side. I'm not using pitching, though. That's for sure. We got the Cubs at the Rockies. This one always scares me a little bit. Assad, Colorado, though, they do strike out second most. But at home, they strike out 9.13 compared to 10.54 on the road. So we kind of look at that and see. Austin Gomber was placed on the paternity, expected. Paternity, obviously he had a baby, so he should be in this game. If he is, I'm still not using him. I'm not using either pitcher in this. Maybe Assad for tournaments or Assad for like a prop bet of pitches be crazy because they strike out second most. But let's take a look at the bats in this one. Cubs bats against Gomber. Paredes has a home run. Patrick Wisdom has a home run. Okay. Again, though, when you're taking these bats here and you're looking at the bats in Colorado, they're going to be very expensive, regardless of the names. But looking at this, I would look at Paredes. I would look at Dansby Swanson, who's batting 302, if we can afford these guys. I would take Bellinger here. I would take Ian Happ. Seiya Suzuki as well. I would take these guys if I'm stacking here. Colorado against Assad. No one's hit a home run against him. But if we look at right-handed pitching, Tovar with 15 bombs, I would look at. Britton Doyle with 18 bombs, I would look at. Always looking at Ryan McMahon and Brendan Rodgers if we are trying to stack Colorado. Might be a little bit harder to stack them today. Just depends on if we find some value. You would easily be able to stack them if you took the $4,000 pitcher for... was it Cincy? Whoever the $4,000 pitcher was, would be able to easily stack him there. So that's what I would do in that game. Not using the pitching. Would rather go bats. Think I like the Cubs bats just a little bit more, though. Houston at the Angels. You got Kikuchi versus Aldeguerri. I don't remember. Kikuchi coming in splits-wise. He has not faced the Angels this year. Looking at this, his away games 431, so it's very split, 430 and 431, so it really doesn't matter where he's pitching. Not a bad game against Arizona, but I gave up 4 earned runs. I don't understand Kikuchi. I don't know if I can pay $9,200 for him. That's what scares me. His price is up there. His strikeouts are there, 612, 475. They're very up and down. I don't know if I want to pay $9,200 for Kikuchi. It is the Angels, though, but we can dig in and see how the Angels do against left-handed pitching this year. And then, is this his second start? Yeah, this would be a third start. So we look at his third start, and we take a look at his third start. Game log wise, I mean, he had a great game against Texas, his second start, 6 innings, 7 Ks. Going up against Houston. Now, Houston doesn't strike out a ton. They have struck out lately a little bit, though. If you look overall, Houston this year strikes out the fourth least at 7.34 a game. Last 3, they've averaged 7.33. Last one was 3. So, yeah, they don't strike out a ton. That's the only problem. And he's a lefty. I'm probably off of him, and I'm probably looking at the Astros as a stack. So, let's take a look. LA bats against Kikuchi. Like, Logan O'Hoppe has a home run. But against left-handed pitching, like Zach Neto batting 402, Stefanik batting 308, Taylor Ward batting 343. Like, you could go a sneaky LA stack there. Maybe. And maybe O'Hoppe, who's had success against him. But if we do go Houston bats against Aldeguerri, obviously they've never faced him. But against a lefty, Alvarez, 8 bombs, batting 376. He just hits lefties well. Now that Kyle Tucker is back, he normally hits lefties well. Again, he's been out for the majority of the year. Still has 5 home runs, batting 207 against them this year. But again, 87 at-bats, so not a ton. I would look at him. I would look at Pena. I would look at, obviously, Altuve leading off. Victor Caratini or Yainer Diaz, depending on who's catching. I will look at them. So those would be the bats I'd look at. I'm probably fading pitching on both sides. I just don't want to pay up for that much for Yusei Kikuchi. Milwaukee at Arizona. But before we get to this game, we're going to do the keyword, which the keyword is, key phrase, Friday the 13th. Yeah, that's what it is. Friday the 13th. I almost said the keyword is going to be Freddy Krueger, but I realized it's Jason. It's not Freddy, obviously. So, yeah. Let's get into the Milwaukee-Arizona game. Looking at this game, you got Freddy Peralta versus Eduardo Rodriguez. So, Freddy coming in on the road, it's not the best of environments for him. This is, in fact, when we look at this, this is the Coors Field Jr., where a ton of balls fly out of there. If you want to see what I'm talking about, MLB, and go to Ballpark Factors right here, Ballpark Stats Ratings. You can check that out. All of the stats that show up how they've done and for the entire season so far. You got Freddy Peralta coming in. Splits-wise, he has not faced Arizona this year. When he's pitching on the road, he's got a 339, so he's been better on the road, which is true. 9,700 is kind of steep. Especially, he just faced Colorado, which is a team that strikes out second most on the road. He only struck 4 of them out in 86 pitches, only went 4.2 innings, gave up 3 earned runs in that game. His past couple of games have been off, and then he's had one great game that's over 20 fantasy points in his last 5, 6, 7. In his last 7. So, for his price, against Arizona, I'm probably fading. And then Erod going up against Milwaukee, has not faced Milwaukee this year. Obviously hasn't faced a ton right now. But we look at this, and when he's pitching at home, it's 6.91, which is not good either. And both of these teams can hit lefties and righties. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. If we look at Arizona bats going up against right-handed pitcher, is it going to be Tobias Myers or is it going to be... Let me double check. Let me pause real quick. Okay, yeah. So it's confirmed. I don't know why Outlier's not updated yet, but it will be. But again, we're still looking at Milwaukee or Arizona bats against a right-handed pitcher. Jock Peterson batting 286 with over 20 home runs. Josh Bell has 12 bombs. Got Ketel Marte, who's very expensive, with 14 bombs against right-handed pitching. Eugenio Suarez has 18 bombs, batting 257. Corbin Carroll, 13 bombs. Christian Walker, 21. They hit righties well. I am personally fading Freddy Peralta. He's way too expensive for me. I would look at an Arizona stack there. Then Milwaukee bats. So this isn't going to be accurate because it's against right-handed pitching, is what it shows. But you can see the batters that hit better. I would still look at William Contreras against Eduardo Rodriguez. You could look at Gary Sanchez. You can only play both of them on FanDuel, with one being a utility spot. I would look at Rhys Hoskins, who usually does better against lefties. I would look at Jackson Chourio. Garrett Mitchell would be a cheap option. You would also have a Blake Perkins that could be a cheap option. Don't forget Willy Adames with 26 home runs against right-handed pitching. And overall, Willy Adames has 30 bombs. I like that. So I am going to stack both sides. I am not looking at either of these pitchers at all. Then we got Texas at Seattle. Now, Seattle strikes out the most out of any team. So Jacob deGrom is the top of the pitches. Be crazy today. Problem is, deGrom is now coming off the IL. Let's see. He hasn't pitched since April of last year. His minor league performance and favorable matchup against a weak Mariners offense suggests that he'll pick up right where he left. I mean, you can't put that down there because, as you can see, like, they do strike out a ton, but over the last 2 weeks, the Mariners are averaging 5.5 runs a game. So again, they do strike out. I'm scared at his price of 8,500, and I think he's going to be on some sort of pitch count. For tournaments, okay, it's Jacob deGrom, as long as he's healthy. For sports betting, look at whatever his line is. I would look at hopefully over 5.5, and I would take that line. If it is 5.5, I don't know what it's going to open at. I have not looked. So you could look at that. Then we've got Hancock. Now, this is not 100% confirmed. It's not confirmed on the side there. I don't know where they got this from. He also hasn't pitched since July 6th. He got sent down. So we can't really go over this one. So once it's updated, we will know, and then we'll be able to update the simulations, everything like this. I don't know if it's going to be him. So I can't really go with Texas bats at the moment, but we will wait to see who it is, and then we'll update it on the website so you guys will be able to know. And it might already be updated by the time you watch this. And then the final one, San Diego at San Francisco, we've got Dylan Cease. It's not confirmed Logan Webb yet, but he hasn't pitched since Saturday, so it makes sense. The problem with it, and I mentioned this in the video last time, he is expensive, and he has not hit value in 3 weeks. 10.3 against San Diego, which he's facing that exact team right now. He is pitching at home, though. So if you look at splits, he's pitching at home where he's way better at home. He's already faced San Diego 3 times this year. 7 earned runs, 11 Ks, 1-0 record, 19 innings pitched. He's only averaging 12.5 fantasy points, so that's the problem. Didn't do well against them in San Diego. 3 Ks, 3 earned runs. Really wipes out the fantasy points there. So we look at that, and maybe in tournaments because it's in San Francisco, but probably not. Then we got Dylan Cease. Just faced this same team. Did not do well. 6 innings, 4 earned runs, 4 Ks, 2 walks, 1 home run, 8.7 fantasy points. He's actually not pitched well since I traded for him in my season-long league. He actually hasn't had a game over 20 fantasy points since July 31st, the trade deadline, right there, which is wild. His price is up there, but this is a great matchup for him, and it's in San Francisco, which is a hitter's park, or a pitcher's park. It's massive. So let's just take a look to see if anyone's had success. San Francisco against Cease. You got Matt Chapman with a home run. You've got Lamont Wade Jr. with a home run. McRae with a home run as well. Against right-handed pitching, they really don't do well. So this would be a plus matchup for him. He just proved it wasn't, though, his last start against them. So, you never know. Patrick Bailey could be a good option there. Lamont Wade has a home run against him, like we said. Chapman, you could look at Elliot Ramos. You could look at Tyler Fitzgerald if you want to go a stack that way. San Diego against Webb. Machado has a home run, and that's it. But against right-handed pitching this year, they do hit righties very well. So Higashioka would be a very cheap option. I don't know if he'll be in there, though. Luis Ariz, his numbers are crazy. Not power, but 339, getting on base. He struck out like the number of his strikeouts are so low, it's wild. Would love to have him on my team. Cronenworth with 15 bombs, Machado with 20 bombs. Tatis has 15, Profar has 14, Merrill has 18. I would look at a stack here. Again, this is a massive ballpark. It'll really depend on where the weather is going, but a lot can happen there, and we can go in that direction. So, again, I'm probably fading the pitching here. Overall, I don't mind stacking in this game for bats. And then, yeah, if we just kind of look at it, like, I don't want to pay up for Peralta. I don't want to pay up for the top 4, which is wild. Like, the pitching is not the best on this slate. So, while I'm not going with the top ones, you could find some value, especially like 4,000 with Basso. He's a little bit of value there. You could look at Assad, but it's in Colorado, so that scares me. Crochet I would like, but again, he's not going deep into the game. Landon Knack, 7,500. I don't mind. Clark Schmidt, a little bit. Jacob deGrom, a little bit. Like, the amount of games, there's 11 games out here. In theory, 22 pitchers that we should be able to pick from. There's not a ton that I love today. Bibby's probably one of my favorite ones of the day, which is wild to say. So, yeah, not a ton to go over there. Pitching's kind of today. Hopefully, Saturday's slate's just a little bit better. And there you have it. That is the breakdown of the entire main slate. All of the pitchers that are available. All of the batters, the stacks that we like. So now, we're part of Pitches Be Crazy. So let's take a look real quick, see what we can find. These are statistics. These are not the only way to do it. So just FYI. But number 1, Jacob deGrom at Seattle. Now, great matchup for him. Hopefully he gets the strikeouts that he needs. Hopefully he's not on some sort of small pitch count. Number 2 is Javier Assad at Colorado. Number 3 is Clark Schmidt versus Boston, which he's kind of on a pitch count as of his last start. Didn't make it 5 innings and only had, I think, 2 strikeouts in that game. Number 4 is Garrett Crochet versus Oakland, but again, he is on a pitch count as well. And number 5 is Tanner Bibby versus Tampa Bay, which I love Tanner Bibby today. So those are your top 5, deGrom, Assad, Schmidt, Crochet, and Bibby. And these are the current all players that have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating as of right now. Aaron Judge, number 1. Number 2 is Ian Happ. Number 3 is Jose Ramirez. 4 is Seiya Suzuki. 5 is Isaac Paredes. 6 is Kyle Tucker. 7, Juan Soto. 8, Trevor Larnach. 9, Austin Wells. And number 10 is Gleyber Torres. So early simulations, absolutely love a Yankee stack against Houck, and absolutely love a Cubs stack against Austin Gomber if he is in fact the starter here, if he comes off the paternity list here. So there you have it. The main slate broken down. Pitchers, batters, stacks. We got Pitches Be Crazy. We also have the 10 out of 10 matchup ratings as of right now. If you want to see even more that we haven't talked about here, everything here for the weekend. It's going to be a great weekend. We got baseball today. We've got MMA on Saturday. We've got NASCAR and NFL on Sunday. We've got Sunday Night Football we're going to have a breakdown on. We have Monday Night Football we're going to have a breakdown as well. So that being said, we are inching our way into the NFL season. We cannot wait. Hopefully you guys did well Thursday Night Football. Let us know how you did on Thursday. And yeah, let's have some fun this weekend. Baseball, football, NASCAR, PGA, MMA, whatever you guys are into this weekend. Let's have some fun together. So good luck today. And as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace.